Who knew getting lost in the nation's capital would lead to the most extraordinary, unique gift to the people of Florida? And for 50 years, Florida House on Capitol Hill has welcomed hundreds of thousands of Floridians and their friends to experience the warmth of Florida sunshine in Washington, D.C. Floridians are extraordinarily proud to be the only state with an embassy in the nation's capital, one that connects, celebrates, and champions Florida's rich heritage. It's a place to get your bearing, meet your colleagues, and dive into the connection between the Sunshine State and our nation's capital.
We took our children, they were in elementary school, to see the nation's capital. It was just a hectic visit because the congressional offices really didn't offer much space for hospitality for the visitors from Florida. So we had 4 or 5 days of kids crying, and one of them said, well, if all the foreign countries have embassies, why don't the states have embassies?
While walking on the east side of the Capitol in 1972, Mrs. Chiles remembers what her children said.
I saw the house that had a for sale sign in it, and it was just dilapidated. It was, not a pretty picture. I became intrigued, and I found out that it was on sale for $125,000. I mean, I thought you had to be Thomas Jefferson's direct descendant to buy something that close to the Capitol. I'm just up there from Florida. And the idea that you could purchase it, for one thing, was amazing to me.
After a year of convincing Floridians, this beautiful Victorian house was the perfect home away from home, and surviving a renovation zone, she and Senator Chiles raised the flag outside of Florida House on October 26, 1973. 50 years later, the flags of our country and state proudly fly each day, welcoming all to ring the doorbell, step inside, and hear those famous words, "Welcome to Florida House. Would you like a glass of orange juice?" Florida House has welcomed interns from across our state, bringing enthusiasm for careers in public service to college-age Floridians. And in 1994, the congressional delegation embraced Florida interns from across Capitol Hill by speaking at the weekly Intern Seminar Series. Exhibits featuring the best of Florida's culture, artists, and artisans are the highlight of a visitor's experience. The book club recognizes outstanding authors. 1,000 bottles of our state's most famous product are consumed in one day, National Orange Juice Day, at the Florida House Orange Juice Stand. And now, thousands of people who follow us on social media from across the world can explore the traditions, activities, and future of Florida House and our state.
We have to admire Rhea Chiles and the vision that she had with this house, because we're the only state embassy, and we do it all with private money.
It was written large that there would be no taxpayer money. The idea was, if it's gathering a lot of contributions from a lot of people, bottom up, then it's working.
From Pensacola to Key West and the District of Columbia, thousands of Floridians, including individuals and companies, have led to the success and vibrancy of Florida House. Today we honor tradition, safeguarding this unique and extraordinary gift, while inspiring future generations to celebrate the many connections between Florida, its citizens, and the nation's capital. We like to say it takes a family of Floridians dedicated to preserving and growing Florida House on Capitol Hill.
I hope that it continues to be for everyone. What I hope for most is that while it's there, it's the best.